My name is Gamblin. I'm a cancer surgeon here in Milwaukee. I've been here in Milwaukee for about 15 years, been practicing surgery for about 20 years. So you can imagine as a cancer surgeon, you give 20 years of advice to patients. And so it was a big shock to me when I was in my late 40s that I discovered a lump that I thought was nothing, and I realized I had developed testicular cancer. And there are a lot of cancers out there that are incredibly treatable and curable if they're caught early. And so I think that's one of the messages that not only have I delivered to people, but that I had to actually live out in my cancer journey. I got introduced about 6 years ago when I was in New York City to Hoka. I remember distinctly buying the first pair and then running a subsequent marathon a couple of months later. A couple of things really appealed to me about them. One, they were really light on my feet and really comfortable, but also they had a really wide toe box, and so it didn't really constrain my forefoot at all. So it just really gave my forefoot some comfort that I hadn't found in other shoes, and durability. You know, I really put a lot of miles on the shoes as I'm training for these marathons, and I've just really enjoyed the shoe as far as the comfort and the lightweight elements of it. So if somebody said, I'd think about running a marathon, I'd tell them go for it. I mean, I think that far too often we draw limits on ourselves that are super conservative, and we're risk averse and we're afraid of failure. But the marathon running idea, I think, is something that almost anyone is capable of. It's not the marathon that you run that you have to think about. That's the day to celebrate. The training is the part of the work. The marathon is the celebration of all the work that you've done to get there. So the World Marathon Challenge is a very unique race. It's 60 runners, there are 17 Americans, and we're going to literally run a marathon each day for 7 consecutive days on the 7 continents. So the race will begin when the gun fires in Antarctica and we run the first marathon, and then we will then travel the globe about 60 hours in the plane that week to run 7 marathons, finishing in Miami. But I think there'll be a unifying theme throughout the team of trying to help each other finish these races. We're going to try to raise $250,000 for the Testicular Cancer Awareness Foundation, and that is to educate the public about a cancer that will occur once in every 250 men in our country. But this is the mission of kind of what we're doing in the World Marathon Challenge, is our opportunity to do that. A good mile is a mile that we've run that we're not thinking about the running. It's free of the running. The running is the mechanism that got us moving, but it's not effort, it's not painful, it's not stressful, it's fluid, and it's an ability to escape from the running in some ways, is what a good mile means to me.